Is it really too late to start your Amazon FBA business? Are you worried that the market is already saturated and there is no future for you with Amazon FBA? No need to worry. This video is a comprehensive Amazon FBA tutorial covering everything you need to know to kickstart your Amazon business. Actually, right now is the best time to start on Amazon. It can truly help you make money online, as over 2.5 billion people log onto Amazon every single month looking to buy products. It is really a powerful platform to help you make money online. In fact, in the US alone, half of all households have an Amazon Prime membership. Last year, more than $500 billion was spent on Amazon website, and that figure is expected to increase annually. Over 50% of all sales on Amazon come from third-party sellers, people just like you and me selling our products on Amazon. Currently, 43% of all Amazon sellers have earned at least $100,000, which indicates that selling on Amazon is still an incredible opportunity. Amazingly, 14% of all online sales happened on Amazon.com, and in the United States, Amazon.com represents 50% of all online sales. That's why now is really the best time to sell on Amazon. We all know that making money online has never been easier, but in this video, I will guide you step by step on how to do it. But here is the thing. The primary reason people fail on Amazon is that they never really launch a product. Remember, the key to success is not just by watching this video, but taking action. So let this video just be your guide and you will be the one responsible for making your first step. I am going to show you a way to start your own business, even if you have $0. By the way, I am Kamel Jamalieh and I've been running my Amazon FBA business for over a year now. From my journey, I've gained valuable knowledge and I've encountered a lot of challenges. While my first product launch didn't go as planned and initially failed, I never gave up and I applied all the things I've learned. And when I launched my next two products, I have achieved a better success and a monthly revenue of $5,000 with my next two products, but that wasn't enough. Because what was that? It was just a revenue. It wasn't complete profits. Because at this point, I was still doing private labeling. And at this point, I was able to do it a little better. It wasn't until I launched the next product using this method that I'm going to share with you, I began to see the difference in profitability because I was having an edge in the market. The product has made over $10,000 every month in the last 3 months with zero advertising and marketing. I learned this method after I partnered up with Travis Marziani and the Passion Product team because I saw how they were doing things differently, and I'm going to share this with you. So make sure you pay close attention. Also, the reason I'm telling you this is because this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You won't and can't become a millionaire overnight. Only very few people can do that, and it comes from a bit of a mix of luck and knowing what they're doing. But with this video, you will be guided and you will be able to launch a successful Amazon business in order to gain financial freedom that you've always dreamed about. So you will need to pay attention and watch the entire video because selling on Amazon is just easy, especially when you know what to do. Before getting into details, let's address some frequently asked questions from those aspiring sellers out there. The first question is, how much does it cost to start an Amazon FBA business? You don't believe that you can start an Amazon business just because you don't have a lot of money? That's not true. While having some capital can make things easier, it is entirely possible to get started even if you're starting with zero funds. You can actually start your Amazon business using crowdfunding to raise money that you need to launch your business. The next question would be, how much time do I need to invest to check on my Amazon FBA business? Well, I usually suggest dedicating around 3 to 5 hours per week. This allows for effective management and growth even for those with busy schedules. I choose Amazon FBA because it provides a convenient opportunity for someone like me. Balancing a full-time job to launch an e-commerce venture with Amazon handling shipping, customer service, and inventory, I can focus on other aspects of my business without getting caught up in the back-end operations. If you're really eager to gain income from Amazon, you need to understand how the platform works and how Amazon profits. Actually, Amazon earns money through a 50 15% referral fee on each product sold, meaning they really benefit when you succeed. So they want you to succeed. You also need to know that Amazon.com is just a platform where people search for products they want to purchase. But it's important to note that when someone searches on Amazon, the platform displays products that they deemed relevant and will provide sales. So it is really important to select a winning product. But before finding your own product to sell on Amazon, it is crucial to understand how Amazon FBA and FBM works. Sellers often choose fulfilled by merchant or FBM over fulfilled by Amazon or FBA to save costs. It is true that FBA has additional fees such as pick and pack fees for Amazon handling the shipping. However, FBA provides significant benefits like Prime eligibility and easier order processing that often justifies the additional cost and make it a worthwhile investment. Personally, I choose Amazon FBA for several reasons. Firstly, I have a strong desire to run my own business, something I'm truly passionate about. I enjoy learning and growing, especially with things that align with my interests and passions. While achieving financial freedom is enticing, it isn't my primary motivation. My main drive is to build a business that reflects my passions and allows me to pursue what I love. So now, there are actually different ways to sell on Amazon. One method of selling on Amazon is through wholesale. This involves purchasing items in bulk at a wholesale discount and reselling them on Amazon at a higher price. Here's an example. You can visit websites like ChinaVasion.com. So for example, they sell a speaker for $36.99 and the exact same speaker is listed on Amazon for $103. Then you can keep all the profit. Another method is through retail arbitrage. Here's an example. You might buy the tower fan for $56.99 on Walmart.com and then resell the exact same fan on Amazon for $99. Retail arbitrage involves finding products at deeply discounted prices, purchasing them, and then flipping them on Amazon for their full retail price. Now here is another method. Consider this best-selling tumbler priced at $45. The exact same product is available on Alibaba.com for $9 each. When purchased in a batch of 40 pieces, Alibaba.com connects you with a manufacturer and a supplier that's overseas. Such are the ones that are in China. You can purchase these tumblers, apply your label or brand, and sell them on Amazon at a higher price and keep the profit for yourself. Now, there are a few issues with wholesale, retail arbitrage, and private labels because they require more marketing and more money in order to compete with other sellers. I personally had to learn this the hard way and spent a lot of my profits in order to stand out in the market. Having said that, I still think these methods are great ways for beginners to dip their toes in the water and start selling on Amazon and to get familiarized with how this really works. I definitely gained a ton of knowledge by practicing and trying to sell my private label products. In the end of the day, you have to learn about the world of e-commerce, and you can either learn from experience or you can learn from mentors and successful sellers who have done the work and are trying to guide you in the right direction to make this process a lot easier and faster, and you can avoid these costly mistakes. It is true that all these methods have different pros and cons. The majority are engaged in wholesale, retail arbitrage, or private label, making it really difficult to stand out. Therefore, what I highly recommend, and I want to share this method with you by turning your passion into your own passion product. A product that is unique and is yours alone. It is something long-term because your interests align with your product, and therefore you will be eager and willing to grow your business, and it will possess a great outcome for you. When I partnered up with the Passion Product team, I was able to see how utilizing a space in the market with no or little competition and with a product that people are searching for can yield in more profits and less money on marketing and advertising, which in turn increases your profits even more. Creating a unique product gives you an edge because you will have very little to no competition, and if you do your research to see that people are searching for this type of product, now you know you have set yourself up for success. This is the secret ingredient in a nutshell, and I promise you that it works because I experienced it firsthand and I saw how much potential there is in creating a passion product. Now that you know the different ways to sell on Amazon, there are different ways to find products to sell on Amazon. There are some tools you can use, some are paid, and there are also some free tools that could help you. When it comes to tools, I highly recommend Helium 10. It's a powerful tool that provides insights into what Amazon customers are searching for, helping you optimize your product listing to rank higher in search results and maximize your sales potential. Click the link below to enjoy a discounted price on Helium 10 and start using it and its features to boost your Amazon business's success. Once you've signed up, navigate to the magnet tool in Helium 10 and enter something you're interested in. Click on Get Keywords to access a variety of filters that simplify finding a successful product on Amazon. Pay attention to the Magnet IQ score, which rates the potential of different product opportunities based on Helium 10's analysis. This tool reveals keywords that can lead to various products ideas aligned with your interests. It is incredibly easy to identify products to sell on Amazon using Helium 10, especially with its capability to show you daily search volumes for products on Amazon. Another valuable free tool for product research is Google Trends. Simply visit trends.google.com, enter your keyword, and the tool will display how frequently that keyword is searched on Google. This information can help you gauge the popularity and potential demand for products related to your keyword over time. Another useful free tool for product research is the Google Keyword Planner. Here's how you can use it. Visit ads.google.com. Create a Google Ads account and set up an ad campaign. Once your account is set up, you can access the Keyword Planner tool. Use the Discover New Keywords feature to paste your keyword and view monthly search volumes on Google. This data helps you understand the search demand and potential interest in products related to your keyword. How to sign up to Amazon now. Before everything else, of course, you're gonna need to set up your Amazon Seller Central account. The first step to kickstarting your Amazon FBA seller journey is visiting sellercentral.amazon.com. Scroll down and hit the sign up button. But wait, be aware there are two ways to sell on Amazon. You can go pro with a $39.99 monthly account packed with extra features that we will dive into later. Or you can start with a free individual account paying just 99 cents per item sold. However, if you are planning to sell 40 or more items, the professional account is your best bet. I'll also reveal the top 5 people get denied or banned from selling on Amazon. So make sure to stick around to learn how to avoid these common pitfalls and ensure a smooth application for your Seller Central account. Thinking about going for the professional plan? Just click sign up right here. But if you're leaning more towards an individual account, which I will lean more into later in this video, click learn more, scroll to the bottom and hit sign up. To become an individual seller, they tend to tuck this option away, but it's a nifty hack to save money when you're just starting out with your Amazon Seller Central account. Plus, you can always upgrade to a professional selling plan later in the future. Alternatively, you can sign up now for the professional selling plan. If, for example, you don't sell any products for a few months, there's a little known trick you can use. Just contact seller support and say, hey, I haven't sold anything for the past 3 months. Can I get a refund for the seller account fee? They're usually quite accommodating. Also, here's a pro tip. Make sure to set up your Amazon seller account a few months before actually you plan to start selling. There can be delays in the approval process, and there are other things that could come up during that time. By getting a head start, you will ensure everything is ready to go when you're prepared to launch your product. Trust me, you will be glad you did. Once you're ready, click sign up. Now, this leads me to one of the most crucial steps in the entire tutorial. Make sure you hit the like button because I'm about to share one of the top reasons why people get banned from selling on Amazon. One of the most common pitfalls is that people either started an Amazon selling account a few years ago and forgot about it, or already have an Amazon account. When they try to start a new one, Amazon flags it, saying, "Hold on, are you trying to create a second account?" This isn't always allowed. However, there are a specific situation where it is permitted. For instance, if you have a legitimate new business or your business needs to start a new account, Amazon will usually allow it. They've become a bit more lenient over the years, especially if you have a new business. So it is often worth starting a new account in such cases. However, if you already have an existing account that you've sold maybe previously, I strongly recommend contacting Amazon support to find out how you can get that account fixed. Taking these steps can help you avoid unnecessary complications and ensure a smooth start on Amazon. If you have an old account that you used to sell on Amazon or already have an Amazon seller account, I recommend logging in at this point and using that account. However, if you're creating a new account for your business, click Create Amazon Account. You will then need to enter your name, email, and password. For those new to the channel, my name is Cam Jam. I'm a full-time entrepreneur and have been selling on Amazon for over a year now. I am passionate about building an e-commerce business and understand that this journey can't be done alone. We all need mentors and experienced people in the business to learn from. I want to be that person for you. Helping you get started on your journey will avoid the mistakes I made. By sharing my lessons, I aim to make it much easier for you. If you have any question during this video, leave a comment below and I will respond to each one of them. A crucial tip for when signing up to your Amazon Seller Central account is to avoid using a Gmail or Yahoo email. While you can use them and it might work just fine, it is more professional to use your business email if you have one. This shows Amazon that you're a serious business owner and increases your chances of being seen as a valuable seller on the platform. One common reason Amazon denies seller accounts is the lack of perceived legitimacy. After entering your password, click Next. They will ask for a phone number, which should be straightforward. If you don't have one or have already used your phone number with a different account, you can get a Google Voice number. You will receive a one-time password on your phone to enter and click Create Amazon Account. I have a complete checklist of everything you need before starting your Amazon account. It will be linked above or below. Besides an email address and phone number, you will need more serious information like business details and a valid contact address. Ensure you have all necessary paperwork, a mobile or telephone number, a chargeable credit card. Do not use a debit card, use a credit card, as this will lead to an account suspension without any explanation. Use a legitimate credit card, and at the end of this process, they will ask for identification such as a driver license or an ID or your passport. And I'll walk you through this step by step, pointing out common mistakes that could get you in trouble or prevent you from selling on Amazon. First, select your business location, which for me is the United States. However, you can sign up to selling on Amazon from almost anywhere in the world. I will cover this in more detail throughout the video. But if you want a dedicated video on starting on Amazon seller account from outside the United States, hit the like button and subscribe button. If this video gets a significant number of interest, I will make a video on that topic specifically. Next, select the entity type of your business. If you're unsure, choose None. I'm just an individual seller. You can still sell on Amazon without a formal business structure using your social security if you're in the United States. If you're outside the United States, I recommend setting up an LLC. You can use a site like wyregisteredagent.net to set up an LLC in Wyoming, a great place for this purpose if you're outside of the United States. Another option could be Delaware. LegalZoom can also help with creating an LLC. Links to these services are below. I've used LegalZoom to set up both a DBA and an LLC. A DBA, or doing business as, is a cheaper way to start a business, but offers no legal protection. An LLC, or limited liability company, is more expensive but separates your business from personal assets, protecting you if someone sues your business for some reason. Most of you will select privately owned business. Enter your business name and confirm that your business location type and other details are correct. Then scroll down and click Agree and Continue. They'll ask for your company registration number, usually your EIN or Employer Identification Number. To get an EIN for free and quickly, visit the IRS website. The link is below. Fill out the information and you'll receive an EIN number within minutes. Enter that number and your registered business address, which can be your home address if that's where your business is registered. If you're outside the United States, hire a company to be your registered agent. They'll provide an address for a small fee, and you can have a virtual business address. Enter your business phone number, which can be your personal phone number, and verify it via a message or SMS. You'll need a valid bank account number that Amazon can deposit and withdraw money from. If you don't have a business bank account, set one up using your business paperwork. I recommend US Bank for a free business accounts if you're in the United States. However, if you're outside the US, use Payoneer or World First Bank. The bank account name should match your registration name. Upload a bank statement for verification. Next, provide your credit card information. Avoid using a debit card or prepaid card. If you can't get a credit card, subscribe for future videos on this topic. Enter your credit card details and click Next. Choose your store name, which could be broad to allow the future product expansion. You can change it later. For now, I'm going to use Jamtastic Unlimited for my store name, and this store name is available. They'll ask if you have UPC codes for your products. UPC codes are barcodes for products. You can get them from gs1.org for about $30 each. Having a UPC code before starting your Amazon seller account is recommended. They'll also ask about diversity certifications, which you can add later if applicable. Indicate if you're the manufacturer or the brand owner of the products you'll sell on Amazon. If you're selling your product, click Yes. If you're doing wholesale or retail arbitrage, click No. Private label means putting your brand on a manufacturer's product, and selling a passion product means creating something unique to you. If you choose Yes, they will ask if you have a registered trademark. While it's not required, Trademark gives you access to brand registry with Amazon, and it enhances your brand content, protecting your listing and providing more features. Start the trademark process as soon as possible. Before submitting, know that Amazon may ask for additional documents such as a utility bill, and if you can't provide one, I'll discuss alternatives in a future videos. Changing account details like bank information after approval is a red flag for Amazon, potentially leading to suspension or banning. Be patient and professional when interacting with Amazon. Rushing or persisting them can lead to delays or denial. Starting your Amazon account is just the first step. Next up, there are 5 important steps you will need to take when setting up your Amazon FBA business legally. The first step is to start a business entity. This could be an LLC, a DBA, or an S Corp. Second step, you will need to get your EIN number. EIN stands for Employer Identification Number, and the good news is it's free to get. The third step is to get a seller's permit. Depending on the state you reside in, this step may or may not be necessary, but it's also free to do. Step 4 involves setting up a business bank account. And finally, step 5 is to get a business credit card. I'm going to guide you through each step in detail, so stick around and let's dive right in. First thing, we need to establish a business entity. There are 3 main types of business entities: a DBA, an LLC, or an S Corp. A DBA, or doing business as is usually the cheapest option. It lets you get the paperwork you need to open a business bank account with your chosen business name. The main disadvantage of a DBA is that it doesn't provide any legal protection. If someone sues your business, then they can go after your personal assets as well. Another option you have is an LLC, which stands for Limited Liability Company. This choice offers a higher level of protection compared to a DBA. In case your business faces a lawsuit, an LLC keeps your personal assets separate from your business assets. This means your personal belongings, like your house and your car, are shielded from any liabilities your business might incur. The downside of setting up an LLC is that it costs more money, and it ranges from around $150 to as much as $800 depending on where you live. So while it provides excellent protection, it does come with a higher price. Another option for your business is the S-Corp or Small Business Corporation. This choice can offer some nice tax advantages, but be prepared for some extra steps and requirements to get it set up. It can be a bit challenging. I'm not a tax advisor, but I do know, or I've been given this advice from tax advisors, is that if you're making less than $50,000 in net profits, it is better to have an LLC. And if you're making more than $50,000 in net profits, then it's better to set up your business as an S-Corp. And the cool thing is, if you have an LLC, in the future, you can transfer or you can change the LLC to be taxed as an S-Corp and take advantage of the tax benefits in that criteria. And in order to do that, I do recommend to talk with your tax advisor. When it comes to choosing between an LLC and an S-Corp, I usually recommend going with an LLC because it's simpler. But here is the fascinating part. When completing your paperwork, you have the option to choose to be taxed as an S-Corp. This way, you enjoy the advantages of an LLC along with the tax benefits of an S-Corp. And here's the thing, this is beneficial for someone who already has a business and you already have more profits coming into your business. And I would recommend talk with your tax advisor, but I've been recommended if you're making more than $50,000 in net profits, do an S-Corp because you can utilize some really good tax benefits. And if you already have an LLC, you could change your business structure to be taxed as an S-Corp. So this is not for everyone, but it is recommended if you already have a business structure and you're already making good profits. It is cheaper to go with just an LLC in the beginning. If you're not worried about getting sued and you anticipate lower earnings from your business, a DBA could be an ideal choice for you. It is a great option, especially for new entrepreneurs who are keeping a close eye on their budget and prefer a wallet-friendly option. Now let's move on to step 2. The step involves getting your employer identification number, EIN, which is like a social security number for your business. This number is essential for tax filing and other business-related activities. The good news is that getting an EIN number is free, and you can easily apply for it through the IRS website. Simply visit irs.gov and follow the step-by-step instructions provided there. Don't worry, the process is just easy and straightforward, and it is completely free. Next up is step number 3, getting a seller's permit, which is another important step of getting set up with your Amazon FBA business. The great thing is acquiring a seller's permit is entirely free. All you need to do is a quick online search for the specific requirements in your state. Simply type in the name of your state followed by seller's permit in Google, and you will find the necessary information there. Be aware of services that offer to assist you with the process for a fee. Remember, obtaining a seller's permit is something you can handle on your own without spending any extra cash. Whether you're filing your business through LegalZoom or similar services, do not pay for a seller's permit, for this is a free and easy to get. Why exactly do you need a seller's permit? Well, there are a few important reasons why. Firstly, having a seller's permit allows you to comply with the state sales tax regulations. For example, if you are selling products in California, you are required to collect and remit state sales tax on those transactions. Another advantage of getting a seller's permit is its ability to grant you tax-exempt purchases. Essentially, when you're acquiring items for resale, you're not required to pay sales tax on those transactions. Your state acknowledges that these items are meant for resale, so they give you an exemption on the tax. This can really reduce your cost of goods, especially in the beginning, giving you more profit margins in the end and more money in your pocket, especially when you're beginning your business. It's like getting a little bonus for your business. And you could also do this with Alibaba because they do tax you, but if you put your seller's permit informations in there, you can get the tax exempt even on Alibaba.com. Step 4 involves setting up a business bank account. This process is relatively simple. You will need to gather your paperwork, including your DBA or LLC documents, and your EIN number. Then head over to your chosen bank to initiate the account setup. I actually recommend considering the US bank as they offer a free business bank account option, but make sure to do a bit of research to find the bank that fits your needs and preferences just the right way that you like it. It's all about finding the perfect match for your business. My advice is to prioritize the setup of your business bank account as soon as possible. By keeping your business and personal expenses separated, you can easily track all your business expenses, and it is good for building your business credit because it takes a bit of time to build that credit, which will allow you to apply for more credit or business credit in the future. And the separation also allows you to accurately write off your business expenses during tax season, maximizing your deductions and ensuring compliance with tax regulations. It is very important to keep your personal and business expenses completely separated. Here's why. If you have an LLC but begin using it for personal expenses and then you face a lawsuit, the court could see this as a breach of legal protection, and that could put your personal assets to become vulnerable. The solution is simple. Maintain a distinct bank accounts and credit cards for your business and personal finances, ensuring a clear separation of expenses. So if you've made it this far in the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you found the content helpful. This way you will stay in the loop for future updates and more valuable information for your Amazon business. Now on to the last step, getting a business credit card. One of the advantages of starting a new business is the opportunity to open a business credit card. And let me tell you, these credit cards come with awesome perks like free flights and hotel stays. It's like getting rewarded just for what you love, which is of course running your own business. You are spending this money anyway. It only makes sense to take advantage of good credit cards that offer a good point system to get the most points for your buck. And there you have it. Those are the 5 important steps that you need to take when setting up your Amazon FBA business legally. But wait, there's more. There are other legal aspects to consider when starting your Amazon business, like whether you need a patent or a trademark. For most businesses, a patent might not be feasible. If you believe your product is unique enough to warrant a patent, you can file for a provisional patent. This is a cost-effective option at around $75, and it gives you protection for 1 year from the date that you submit the application. If you decide to pursue a full patent, be prepared for a huge investment, as hiring a lawyer and completing the entire process can cost at least $10,000. There are 2 different types of patents: utility patent and design patents. A utility patent protects the functional aspects. On the other hand, a design patent protects the design of a functional item, focusing on how the product looks rather than how it works. So for most entrepreneurs, I don't recommend getting a patent. In fact, most products won't even qualify for one. A trademark, on the other hand, is something businesses can benefit from a lot more, especially if you plan on building a brand. It helps protect your brand name and logo, preventing others from using similar marks from your brand that could confuse your customers. For most Amazon entrepreneurs, I would say filing for a trademark is a good recommendation. A trademark allows you to claim ownership of a specific logo, phrase, or brand name so that no one else can sell a product using your brand identity. It is yours and yours alone. It usually costs around $275, which is a small price to pay for the peace of mind. And the cool thing with trademarks, you can be brand registered with Amazon, which gives you access to more marketing resources and more brand benefits that Amazon gives only to brand registered owners. And you can only get that if you have a trademark. When it comes to trademarks, there are two main types to know about. First up, image mark. This type of trademark protects a specific design or logo, making sure nobody else can copy your signature design. And the other one is word mark. This type of trademark protects a specific word or purchase regardless of the font or design used. Both types of trademarks provide valuable protection for your brand, helping to ensure that your business stands out in the marketplace and remains uniquely yours. By taking these legal aspects into account, you're not just protecting your business, you're setting up for a long-term success on Amazon and on your business building journey. Remember, setting up your Amazon business correctly and legally from the start is the key for your long-term success. Now, you're gonna have to find a suitable manufacturer for your product. Actually, there are three main methods that people typically use to find a manufacturer for their Amazon products. The first method I recommend is Alibaba.com. If you're looking to sell online, especially if you want to manufacture it overseas, this is the #1 directory for Chinese and other international manufacturers. It is incredibly straightforward to use. Start by navigating to Alibaba.com. The first thing you want to do is search for manufacturers and click on the manufacturer section and type in the type of product you're looking to create. For example, let's search for dog treats. You'll find hundreds of manufacturers that can produce the product you're interested in. If you're planning to manufacture consumable products like dog treats, I don't recommend doing it overseas due to regulatory and quality control issues. For other types of products, though, Alibaba is a fantastic source. The second tip is to use verified suppliers. Always ensure you work with a verified supplier. You can do this by clicking the verified supplier filter, and this means Alibaba has sent inspectors to their facilities. This will confirm that they are a legitimate business. The third tip is to utilize the trade assurance filter. Another crucial step is to click on trade assurance and make sure that Alibaba will guarantee that they will cover your payment if the products you receive don't meet the agreed standards, or if there are any issues with the manufacturing process, or if there is any issues with the transaction. The next thing we're going to look at here is how long has this company been in business. This company over here has been in business for over 10 years. You can see that these companies have been in business for over 5 or 6 years, and that's one of the things that I like to look for, is that I like to work with a company that's been around for a little while. And here's a tip that can save you money. And if you want to work with a smaller company, you can find smaller companies to work with by looking at how much money they are generating every year. If you look over here, you can see how much they've made money annually while they're working on Alibaba over the course of the 5 or 6 years or whatever years the manufacturer has been working. You can see how much their annual revenue is, and if it's under $1 million, you know that this is a small business or a small company that you can work with. And if it's over $1 million or $2 million, then maybe they are a bit of a larger company. And one of the things to keep in mind is that smaller businesses sometimes might be willing to work with you if you are a new business owner. And they may have smaller MOQs, which are also known as minimum order quantities. And this is how much you need to order from a manufacturer before they will work with you. And these are typical minimum order quantities. I recommend you go through and contact as many manufacturers as you can. You can fill in a RFQ, which is also known as a request for quote, and put in all your sourcing requirements and request a quote from the supplier. This is really important so you can start communicating and comparing prices across different manufacturers, as well as the quality of communication and cooperating that you're getting from the manufacturer. Between you and the supplier, you want to make sure that you build this relationship So in the future, when you're communicating with them, you want to make sure that there's an ease of communication, almost like you're communicating with a business partner, because that's what the manufacturer is going to become to you. Some manufacturers might be slower than others. Also, some manufacturers like to be more professional than others. So make sure your language is always professional and know exactly what you want before reaching out. Put all your requests up front so you know if the manufacturer can meet your requirements or not. I recommend when reaching out to the supplier to let them know that we are looking to do a production run of around 10,000 units, but we want to do a test run first of what is your minimum order quantity. And this will give the manufacturer the idea that you mean business long term, and smaller quantities are needed to test the market first. So ask them what are their MOQ and what is your pricing if we order 500 units, 2,000 units, and 10,000 units. Always show them that you are interested in buying more units in the future. And keep in mind that manufacturers, even though they show products that they sell, they will allow you to customize the product. So before you actually commit to a manufacturer, you can look through this list and see who is the person that is willing to work with you the most. And this is typically important because you want a manufacturer that's willing to customize your product the way you want to customize it, the way you want to develop it. And you don't want to work with someone who's giving you hard requirements. For example, some manufacturers require high MOQs in order for them to customize your product. That might not be reasonable for you starting up, even though they might have better pricing for a larger MOQ. But starting up as a new business owner, you might want to find a manufacturer that is a bit smaller, that could work with you with a smaller MOQ, that can customize the product the way you want it. And eventually, when your business grows, you can move along to a bigger manufacturer or a bigger supplier. This is completely normal and is actually very important, and it could save you a lot of money and time and effort because it's going to improve the quality of your product from the beginning without hurting your budget. Another important thing to keep in mind, and if you are developing a new product design, is to protect the privacy of your product, to make sure that the manufacturer isn't going to copy your product and sell it online. This is something that's common, and it's been happening especially with Chinese and overseas manufacturers, where they can copy your product and sell it maybe for a lower price on Amazon. So one way to do that, and this will save you a lot of money and a lot of headache in the future, is to have the supplier sign an NDA, also known as a non-disclosure agreement. Or even better is to file for a patent for your design, so you are protected by the law, and this way they can't copy you or break your agreement even if they go through another manufacturer to do this. This can protect you from all potential sellers who could copy your business idea or your product development idea. Thomasnet.com is another fantastic resource for finding manufacturers, and it works similarly to Alibaba.com. Let's walk through how to use this website effectively. Start by heading over to Thomasnet.com, then search for manufacturers, type in what you're looking for to manufacture. For example, we can use the same example. Let's type in dog treats and click search. You can explore the different categories over here. For example, what you can see here popped up, such as private label dog treats and animal and pet treats. Open these in new tabs to explore further. Evaluate manufacturers by click on a manufacturer to read about them. Look at their business details, certifications, and other relevant information that might be important to you. This will help you gauge their credibility and suitability for your needs. Contact the manufacturers if you like what you see. You can either call the supplier directly, or you can visit their website, or you can even email them for more information. I understand that finding the right manufacturer can sometimes be challenging, and here are 4 tips to help you if you're struggling. Tip number 1 is use Jungle Scout, which is a powerful tool that can help you find the manufacturer for almost any product on Amazon. Go to the Suppliers section and click on the Supplier Database and then the Company tab. Type in the company you're trying to figure out and Jungle Scout will show you the details. Tip number 2 is networking and trade shows. Attend industry trade shows and network with other sellers. These places are great to network and meet manufacturers and learn about their capabilities firsthand. And tip number 3 are local business directories. Check local business directories for reliable manufacturers that may not have a strong online presence, but are listed in these local directories. And tip number 4 is to use LinkedIn to connect with industry professionals and join groups related to your product niche. You can find e-commerce recommendations and connect directly with people that you might meet online that will guide you to the right manufacturers. Once you've found a manufacturer, getting your product shipped to an Amazon FBA warehouse is the next step. This process can vary depending on whether your product is manufactured overseas or within the United States. Here's how to handle both scenarios. If your product is made overseas, you will need to arrange for international shipping. Work with a freight forwarder to manage the logistics and ensure your products that are comply with all import regulations. For domestic manufacturers, the process is simpler. Arrange for transportation from the manufacturer directly to the Amazon FBA warehouse. An often overlooked but crucial step is inspecting your products before they ship. If your manufacturer is overseas, hire an inspector for around $100 to ensure the quality of your products. This step can save you from costly mistakes and ensure that you receive high-quality products according to your needs. If there are issues, your manufacturer will need to address them before shipping. By following these steps, you can save a lot of money and make sure that the quality of your products are up to standards. And using these methods, you can successfully find a reliable manufacturer for your Amazon FBA product. Next up, signing up for a brand registry and getting a trademark for your products are really important before starting selling on Amazon. So here's how you're going to do it. Signing up for brand registry is really important before starting selling on Amazon. This increases your chances by up to 99% of stopping other sellers from infringing on your product. Plus, you will gain access to a range of features that can benefit you and your Amazon business. In this video, we're going to be talking about how you can sign up for brand registry and get a trademark. But before that, let us first talk about the different features you will have when you do brand registry. Let me explain why each of these features is important and how they can help you elevate your Amazon business. One feature is A+ content. On a typical Amazon product page, you will mostly find plain text description, but with A+ content, you can make your product listing more engaging and bring your brand to life by adding enhanced images, videos, product comparison charts, and more detailed information than just a description. This not only makes your listing more appealing, but also increases the likelihood of people clicking on it and ultimately buying your product. Another important feature is the ability to report sellers who copy your product or infringe on your intellectual property. With brand registry, you can notify Amazon of these violations, and as the verified brand owner, you can request the removal of these infringing products or listings. This helps protect your brand and ensures that only your legitimate products are sold on the platform. There are also seller incentives, such as getting a 5% cashback on the first $1 million in branded sales you make. That's actually $50,000 in total. Think about how big an amount that is. Moreover, another benefit of brand registry is that you will have the opportunity to enroll in the Vine program, which typically costs about $200. When you're brand registered, you get the program for free. Well, I bet you're wondering what a Vine program is. Vine program is where Amazon will find you people to have your product get 30 trusted reviews. Mind that these are not just simple reviews. These reviews are detailed and comprehensive, often including photos, which can significantly enhance your product listings, credibility, and appeal. Just imagine the value of receiving all these benefits for free. So another feature you can enjoy is receiving up to 2,000 free transparency codes, which equates to saving $100 when you send your products to Amazon. You can affix these transparency codes, certifying that your product is 100% authentic. This ensures that any product lacking these specific codes sent by anyone other than you may be flagged. If unauthorized sellers attempt to list your product on Amazon, rest assured that they won't succeed because they do not have transparency codes. Therefore, they are marked as non-authentic. Another advantage is gaining access to sponsored brands. This feature allows you to advertise on Amazon by displaying your product listing at the top of search results in a banner-style ad. This placement sets your product apart from others, significantly boosting visibility and potentially leading to increased sales. It is an effective way to enhance your product's exposure and attract more customers on Amazon. If you think that's all the features you'll enjoy, you're mistaken. There is actually more to come, but before I continue, make sure to hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, I am Kamel Jamaliye with over a year of experience on Amazon. I'm here to provide you with valuable insights to thrive in the world of Amazon. Don't miss out, subscribe to my channel for more tips for your Amazon FBA business and achieving success with your business. Now, when you get Brand Registry, you will also have the ability to set up an Amazon store. This allows you to create a customized storefront on the Amazon website. When customers click on your name, they are directed to an exclusive store where only your products are being showcased. This branded storefront provides a platform for customers to learn more about your brand. You can share your mission, include an About Us section, and provide other information that reinforces the authenticity of your product and your brand, ultimately boosting customers' trust and increasing your sales. Another feature is customer engagement, which is designed for brands aiming to build stronger customer relationships. It enables you to enhance retention and drive engagement through targeted email marketing campaigns. This tool helps you stay connected with your customers, developing loyalty and actually boosting your sales as well. Now, another thing is the new feature called Amazon Live. This feature enables brands to live stream on Amazon, offering real-time product demonstrations and promotions. It's a dynamic way to engage with customers and encourage immediate purchases directly, enhancing sales opportunities. Additionally, Brand Registry grants you access to the subscribe and save feature. This allows you to offer discounts to customers who subscribe to receive your product on recurring basis, which as monthly, bi-monthly, or quarterly, customers can choose their preferred frequency for receiving your product, making it convenient for them to automatically purchase and replenish items they regularly consume or use. This feature is particularly beneficial for sellers of consumable goods, ensuring consistent sales and customer satisfaction. You'll also gain access to Amazon Brand Analytics, providing in-depth insights and reports on your customer base. This includes details, search terms, reports, and revealing what potential customers are searching for to find your products. Moreover, you can analyze the demographics of your buyers and actually do more analysis. These tools enable you to understand not only who is purchasing your products, but also how they discover them. This information is important for optimizing your marketing strategies and enhancing your overall sales performance. When you sign up for Brand Registry, you will also gain access to Amazon Attribution, which is essential for tracking marketing efforts outside of Amazon. For instance, if you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, TikTok ads, or other social media campaigns, Amazon Attribution allows you to monitor and measure the effectiveness of these ads. You can track how many users from these platforms visit your Amazon listing and convert into actual purchases, providing you insights into your cross-channel marketing performance. When it comes to boosting sales, the brand referral bonus is a crucial yet often overlooked aspect of this program. Believe me when I say that it can actually increase your earnings. Typically, when you sell a product on Amazon, you are charged a 15% referral fee. For example, if your product sells for $100, Amazon gets to keep $15. However, by enrolling in the brand referral bonus program through Brand Registry, this referral fee decreases to just 5%. Using the same $100 example, Amazon would only keep $5 instead of $15. This means more money in your pocket. One of the most important benefits of Brand Registry is its ability to protect you from hijackers. When selling on Amazon, there is always a risk that unauthorized sellers may interfere with your product listing. Brand Registry enables you to escalate such cases and assert your ownership of the brand quickly. This process provides strong evidence that you're the rightful brand owner, which speeds up the fixing of any problems such as this. Ultimately, Brand Registry helps deter hijackers from accessing your listing and making unauthorized changes, giving you more security and control over your products on Amazon. Last year alone, Brand Registry stopped over 2.5 million fraudulent sellers' accounts. When you join Brand Registry, you gain access to a dedicated team of over 12,000 Amazon employees committed to protecting you and providing you with an advantage over other sellers. So once again, if you're planning to sell on Amazon, signing up for Brand Registry is very important. So make sure to sign up for one. Now let me show you how to do this. First off, head over to brandservices.amazon.com. Then click on Get Started. There are actually 3 steps involved and 3 essential requirements. First and foremost, all brands applying for Brand Registry must possess a pending or registered text-based or image-based trademark. There are 2 main types of trademarks, image-based and text-based. An image-based trademark applies to logos or specific designs, while a text-based trademark pertains to words, regardless of their font style. For example, Coca-Cola is trademarked for their words themselves, regardless of the font used. Generally, obtaining an image-based trademark is easier than securing a text-based trademark. The second requirement is to verify that you own the trademark. The process is just simple. Amazon will send you an email with a verification code. Simply copy and paste this code to confirm that you are the rightful owner of the trademark. The third requirement is to have an Amazon seller account. I actually have an in-depth video regarding how to set up an Amazon Seller Central account. If you need assistance with this step, feel free to check out my video. Before we proceed to the next step, let me tell you how to get a trademark. There are several methods to acquire a trademark, but the most cost-effective way is to visit uspto.gov and file your own trademark. To begin, navigate to the Trademarks section and select Apply Online. Follow the step-by-step instructions provided to apply for your trademark. It is easier than you might expect. They ask straightforward questions such as the category in which your products are sold. After selecting your category, you will be prompted to upload your image. Applying online for your trademark typically costs around $275. If you prefer not to handle this process yourself, you can hire a lawyer for an additional fee, which can range from a few hundred to several $1,000s depending on the lawyer's rates, but you can get it for a few $100s pretty easily. While hiring a lawyer can be expensive, it is an option if you find it beneficial to have professional assistance with your trademark application process. You can simply search on Google for trademark lawyers, followed by your city's name. This search will provide you with a list of local trademark lawyers who specialize in this area. Reach out to several of them to compare prices and find out the one that suits your budget, while also being capable of assisting you effectively with obtaining your own trademark. Once your trademark application is underway, Go back to Brand Registry page on Amazon, scroll down and select Enroll Now. Choose your country of operation, ensure you're logged in, and then proceed by clicking on Enroll a new brand for Brand Registry. This will initiate the enrollment process for your brand. There are several things you will need when applying for Brand Registry. One is your trademark number, which verifies your ownership of the brand. And the good news is you only need to file for your trademark. You do not have to have your trademark completed. As long as you have applied for a trademark, you can use your trademark number. Secondly, Amazon requires images that clearly display your brand's logo or other identifiable features of your product or its packaging. If your product isn't yet finalized, you can create a mock-up that accurately represents how it will appear once completed. If you have an established vendor relationship with Amazon, you will also need to provide your vendor code as part of the application process. Additionally, prepare a sample list of ASINs or Amazon Standard Identification Numbers that correspond to products listed under your brand on Amazon. Lastly, provide information regarding the countries where your product are distributed, indicating the geographic scope of your brand's presence and sales. Next is the brand information section. Enter the exact name that's registered on your trademark. This name should match what's officially recognized as your brand. Even if it's different from your seller account name or Amazon product title, using your trademarked brand name helps Amazon link your product correctly, ensuring better protection and visibility for your brand on the platform. Next, you will proceed to select the appropriate trademark office. If you've applied through the USPTO in the United States, choose United States from the options that are provided below. Enter your registration or serial number from your trademark application. Following this, upload a clear photo of your product displaying the brand prominently. Finally, click Next to continue the enrollment process. The next step is providing details about your selling account. You will need to select whether you operate as a seller, a vendor, or if neither applies. If you sell products directly to customers through Amazon Seller Central, you're likely to be a seller. If you sell your products to Amazon as a third party using Amazon Vendor Central, you will select vendor. If neither of these apply to your situation, you can choose that option. This might be the case if you want to protect your products on Amazon but don't intend to sell directly through the platform. After selecting your Amazon selling account, scroll down to choose the category that best fits your product. Amazon will then prompt you to enter your top selling ASINs for each product category where your brand is present. You need to provide the ASIN numbers of products that represent the brand you are applying for Brand Registry. This helps Amazon verify the association between your brand and its products on their platform. All products sold on Amazon are assigned with a unique ASIN. It is crucial to have a product listing created before applying for Brand Registry. Even if your listing isn't fully optimized yet, having a basic listing is necessary. To proceed, log into your Amazon Seller Central account, locate the ASIN number of your product listing, and copy it. Then, when applying for Brand Registry, you will need to paste this ASIN number into the appropriate section. Amazon also suggests providing a URL to your brand's official website, which is optional but highly recommended if you already sell your product online. This step can make the Brand Registry process much easier. The next step involves providing information about your distribution channels. You will be asked whether your brand sells to distributors, followed by selecting where your products are distributed. You can also add additional distribution locations if applicable. The final question is about license information. If your brand licenses trademarks to others who manufacture products associated with your intellectual property, for companies like Disney that license their trademarks, you would select yes. However, for most viewers, the answer will likely be no. If for any reason you have sold licensing rights to your product after reviewing the contract, you would select yes. which would involve a slightly different process. Once you submit your application, approval may take a couple of weeks, and occasionally you might need to apply more than once. However, once approved, you will gain access to numerous new features. For example, you will unlock the A+ Content Manager, Vine, deals, coupons, promotions, and other tools that were previously inaccessible. These resources can significantly enhance your brand's presence and sales on Amazon. On top of that, within the brand section, you will discover brand analytics, brand protection, and more other features, all unlocked for you. One notable opportunity is the brand referral bonus, which I highly recommend applying for. It is an excellent way to maximize your brand's visibility and profitability on Amazon. Is brand registry really important? Is it really worth it? The answer is absolutely yes. If you have reached up to this part of the video, make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe to stay updated on future uploads that would help you elevate your Amazon FBA business. To continue, you now have to ship your products into the Amazon warehouse. This step is very important because you need to ensure that your products reach Amazon's warehouses efficiently and safely. It is very important to maintain your inventory and keep your customers happy. So here are the steps in order to do that correctly. Shipping your products to the Amazon FBA warehouse is a crucial step for your Amazon business success. Today we'll be talking about how to ship your product to the Amazon FBA warehouse. And this process might seem a bit overwhelming at first, but don't worry, I will guide you through it step by step. From preparing your products to creating shipping plans and understanding Amazon's requirements, we'll cover everything you need to know. Ensuring your products reach Amazon's warehouse efficiently and safely is very important for maintaining your inventory and keeping your customers happy. So let's get started and make this process as smooth as possible for you. Alright, so first things first. To get your product shipment into the Amazon FBA warehouse, simply visit sell.amazon.com and create your Amazon seller account. Once you have your seller account, log in and get ready to start the process. Before you start shipping, you have to make sure that you have a listing of your product that you want to ship the product to Amazon warehouse before you do that. And if you haven't created a listing yet, make sure to check out my video for a step-by-step how to create a product listing on your Amazon seller account. So if you've got your seller account set up and running and your product all set in your managed inventory, go to the manage inventory section, scroll down to find the product you want to send to the Amazon warehouse, click on the drop-down menu next to the edit button and select Send Replenish Inventory. If you don't see this option, maybe your item is currently set to be fulfilled by merchant. Just simply change this by clicking on the Change to Fulfilled by Amazon button. This might take 15 minutes to kick in, but once it's in, now your listing has been set up to be an FBA listing. Just a quick warning for all new sellers out there. There are some huge and common mistakes that could end up costing you thousands of dollars and delaying your shipment, or worst case scenario could even end up postponing your sales. But don't worry, I've got your back. Pay close attention as I will walk you through how to avoid these common mistakes when shipping your products to Amazon. And here is the first mistake: selecting the wrong ship from address. This might seem minor, but it can cost you a lot of time and money. So before you do anything else, take a moment to double check that address and make sure it's correct. If it's not, click the option to ship from a different address. Then add a new product with the correct address. This step is really important because if your product are being shipped directly from the manufacturer, you will want to use their address instead of your own. By default, your personal address will be selected, so you need to update it if the products are coming from a different location. If you're inspecting the products at your house first, then your personal address is fine. Just make sure you've got the correct ship from address entered to avoid any complications along the way. Here's a secret hack that can save you a lot of money if you're shipping products from China. If your manufacturer is overseas, say in a place like China, and you want to ship directly from them to the Amazon warehouse, consider finding a ship from address in California. This trick ensures that Amazon will select a fulfillment center located in California for your shipment. By doing this, you can significantly reduce your shipping cost and streamline the process. While it is a widely used strategy among many Amazon sellers, this practice technically goes against Amazon's rules. It is something to consider, but do it at your own risk. Next up is that you need to select the marketplace destination. If you're targeting sales in the United States, select the United States as your marketplace. If you're looking to expand to Canada, the UK, Europe, or other markets, ensure that you choose the correct marketplace. Next, let's talk about fulfillment capability. For most sellers planning to sell exclusively on Amazon, the standard fulfillment by Amazon FBA option is usually the best choice. But remember, the right option for you depends on your specific selling strategy. If you're planning to sell products on your own website and you want Amazon to handle the shipping, select the blank box option. This choice allows Amazon to fulfill all your orders for both Amazon sales and those from your website. However, if you're likely only selling on Amazon initially, opt for standard fulfillment. If this is your first time shipping a product to Amazon, you will need to create a new case pack template. So what's a case pack? A case pack refers to a container designed to hold multiple units of your product. You will provide Amazon with the dimensions of your case pack or box and create a template, since you will likely be sending in the same number of units and the same size with each shipment. So this way you're sending the same box with multiple units to Amazon, so it will be much easier to enter the number of boxes that you're shipping that contain a specific number of units in each box. If your product didn't come in boxes, you can easily buy boxes at your local Walmart or Home Depot, order them from Amazon or uline.com. Here are some key points to keep in mind when creating your own new template. The Amazon warehouse has specific requirements. Ensure that the case or the box you're shipping in doesn't have any side longer than 25 inches. Additionally, once you've packed all your units into the box, ensure that it doesn't weigh over 50 pounds. Otherwise, Amazon will give you a warning for shipping heavy boxes to the Amazon warehouse. You will need to name these templates accordingly. So if you have a box template that you are going to be using every single time, save it and create it as a template, this way that you can go back and select it every single time. Then select the number of units per box and input the dimensions. Next, review the prep category. For most products, no prep is needed. However, take a moment to check if there are any specific requirements for your product. For example, if it's an adult item, baby products, fragile glasses, or if it contains liquids, Amazon may require additional prep for these items. If no prep is required, simply click to save the template. Now this is going to become your go-to or default template that you're going to use to ship products to Amazon. And it's recommended that you start using the same boxes. Unless you want to change it to a different type of box, then you will have to create a new template. The next mistake involves improper preparation of your products. Now the specifics of how you prepare your product can vary depending on its category. If your product falls into one of those categories we discussed earlier, where preparation is required, you must conduct a thorough search to know what specific steps are needed to prep your items correctly. Another significant mistake I often observe new Amazon sellers are making is incorrectly labeling their products. Specifically, this refers to labeling the individual units within FNSKU, which stands for Fulfillment Network Stock Keeping Unit. This is a unique identifier used by Amazon and its FBA warehouses to track the stock of the products you're selling. The UPC or Universal Product Code is distinct from the FNSKU. An UPC code is a barcode that all products have, serving as a universal identifier for each item. Basically, the UPC code is what is scanned in the Walmart or in groceries to identify the specific product. In contrast, the FNSKU is specific to Amazon's fulfillment network, providing a unique tracking code for each unit of your product within Amazon's system. Here is how they differ. Imagine you me are selling the same brand of shampoo on Amazon. The shampoo that we both sell will be selling have their own UPC codes. However, Amazon needs a way to distinguish your shampoo from mine, because both shampoos are going to have the same UPC code. That's where the UPC or FNSKU comes in. It's like a unique code assigned specifically for you to use as a seller. By adding the FNSKU to your products, Amazon can effortlessly track, manage, and distinguish your inventory from somebody else's who might be selling a similar product. In short, the FNSKU ensures your product doesn't get mixed up with identical products from other sellers. It keeps things organized and simplifies inventory management for both you and Amazon as well. Okay, so here is a handy tip depending on your selling strategy. If you're into retail arbitrage or wholesale, make sure to put your FNSKU sticker right on top of the UPC code. But if you're into private label or selling your passion product, you can print your FNSKU directly into your product. Not only does this save you the hassle and cost of creating stickers, but it also gives your product that professional touch. If printing the FNSKU directly on your product isn't applicable for you, no worries. I would recommend either applying the stickers yourself or having your manufacturer print the FNSKU stickers and put them on your products for you. Just don't let Amazon handle the labeling for you, because they will charge you 50 cents per unit. So do it yourself or work with your manufacturer to get those FNSKU labels on your products before being shipped into the Amazon warehouse. To get your FNSKU, head over and click on Print SKU Labels. Print out your FNSKU labels specifying how many units you need labeled. Let's say, for example, you need 30. Click on Print, and there you go. You will get a sheet filled with barcodes. And now they are ready to be printed. Print the barcodes on the sticker paper, and they are ready to stick on your products. It is an easy process, but it can be a bit time consuming since you have to do it individually. That's why I would recommend have your manufacturer do it, and even better if you can just print it directly on the product itself. This way, when it's manufactured on your packaging, it's already on there and you don't have to do this step. That's why having your manufacturer handle it for you will be a lot easier. You can either ask them to print the barcode directly onto your product or request them to print out the stickers and apply them for you. They will typically do this for a very small fee. And just like that, you've saved yourself a ton of time and hassle. Once you're finished with this template, simply click Save. Next, you will let Amazon know how many boxes you will be sending in. Hit Ready to Send, then click Confirm and continue from here. From here, head on to Confirm Shipping. You will see a section down below where you will select a ship date. Take a look at your option. Amazon gives you two choices: small parcel delivery and the option of less than truckload. Let me break down the difference between small parcel delivery and less than a truckload for you. But before I do that, if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below. So with small parcel delivery, you will want to use this option if you're planning on packaging your units into boxes and then either dropping them off to UPS yourself or have a UPS truck swing by and pick them up. This is the most common choice if you're sending a smaller amount of inventory. But if you're sending a huge quantity of your product into the Amazon warehouse, select less than truckload. With this option, a truck will go to your house or your manufacturer's location and pick an entire pallet of your product. Before you go with this choice, be sure to double check with your manufacturer that you're on board with a truck coming to pick up the products. You will need to instruct them properly to palletize and wrap your products for shipment. If you're sending a large quantity of products into the Amazon warehouse, don't stick with a small parcel delivery. Transition to less than truckload instead. Start sending an entire pallet or even multiple pallets of your product at once. This not only streamlines the shipping process, but also saves you time and money in the long run. So if you're scaling up your business and ramping up your inventory, it is time to level up your shipping game too. If you're sending thousands of units, you can actually schedule a truck to come directly to your house, equipped with a lift gate They will pick up an entire pallet right from your home, making the process incredibly convenient. And guess what? This move can cut your shipping cost in half, which is a huge win when you're dealing with large quantities of inventory. If you select less than a truckload as your shipping option, you won't be using UPS instead. Amazon will connect you with a local trucking company. Just keep in mind that the process for less than truckload shipments is a bit different from small parcel delivery through UPS. So if you're opting for less than truckload, be prepared for a slightly different shipping experience. It's actually quite inexpensive to send your products into the Amazon warehouse. Why? Because you get to take advantage of the UPS shipping rates. That's right, you can save a lot of money on your shipping costs. Now, if you're tempted to explore other shipping options, you certainly can. Just click on non-Amazon partnered carrier. You will have the choice of using services like DHL, FedEx, USPS, or another one. However, opting for these alternatives could significantly increase your shipping costs. In general, I highly recommend sticking with UPS, especially if you're doing small parcel delivery. Once you're done with selecting a shipment, click Accept Charges and confirm your shipping details. Next up, you will need to print out the box labels. These labels will go on the outside of the cases you're sending into Amazon. You will receive two labels. The first one is the UPS label, which is used for UPS to scan your package and track it. Attach this label to the box. You will also attach the second label, the Amazon FBA Box ID label. This label is crucial because when you ship into the Amazon Fulfillment Center, Amazon will scan it to precisely locate your package within their warehouse. Every time your package moves around the warehouse or is transferred to a different one, Amazon will scan this label. It's an important part of their tracking system, so making sure they can keep tabs on your individual products at all times. That's why you must handle this label with care. Make sure it remains uncovered. Don't accidentally tape over any parts that need to be scanned. Doing so could cause scanning issues, which might lead to problems like lost inventory, rejection of your shipment, or even unexpected charges from Amazon to rectify the situation. Before we dive any deeper, it is crucial to highlight some key details you absolutely must double check on these labels. Failing to do so could spell trouble for your shipment. Think lost products or unexpected charges from UPS. So here's the drill. First, ensure that the weight is correct for each individual box or case. Next, double check that the dimensions are spot on for each box. It is also important to verify that both the ship from and ship to addresses are correct. And here is a sneaky one. Make sure the ship to address on the label matches the ship to address on the shipping form. It is these little details that can make all the difference in ensuring a smooth shipping process and avoiding any unwelcome surprises along the way. Here is another interesting thing. Notice how the ship to addresses on these two labels are actually different. That's because Amazon, in this case, is sending a package to different Amazon FBA warehouse. When it comes to printing out these labels, you've got options. You can either use sticker paper for a quick and easy application, or if you prefer, you can opt for regular paper, then simply cut out the labels and use tape to attach them securely to the cases or boxes that will be carrying your individual units. Once you've got your boxes all labeled up, you've got a couple of options for getting them to the right destination. You can swing by your local UPS store and drop them off, but if you're not keeping and making the trip, or if there isn't a UPS store conveniently nearby, you can actually schedule UPS to swing by your house and pick up the boxes for you. This can be a real game changer, especially if you're not located close to a UPS store, or if you're dealing with a large shipment. So go ahead and choose the option that works best for you. Now here's where things get really important. Pay close attention to this next step. Once you've sent your products off to the Amazon warehouse, you need to check on them. That means tracking their every move and staying on top of their status. How do you do that? Just head on over to your inventory and navigate to Manage FBA Shipments. When you land on the Manage FBA Shipments page, you're gonna see the status of your shipment. Here's the deal. Amazon gone ahead and split up your shipment into different batches. Why, you ask? Well, they've done this strategically so that the boxes can be sent to different warehouses through Amazon's vast fulfillment network. This is to get your products into the hands of eager customers as fast as possible. On this page, you can keep an eye on every detail of your shipment. You will see the order delivery date, shipment date, and when your items are in transit. It also shows the date your products were received by Amazon. From there, you can track how long it takes for Amazon to check in your products and clear the shipment. Ideally, you will see no shipping problems found, confirming that everything was received perfectly. Under Track Shipments, you can monitor each step of the process from delivery to receipt and everything in between. This is your go-to spot to track exactly where your shipments is at every step of the way. It is important to stay on top of this tracking process and ensure Amazon isn't losing your inventory. Sometimes packages or bits of your inventory can go missing, and if there are any errors, you need to act fast. Jump on immediately and make sure Amazon corrects the issue. This vigilance will save you headaches down the line and keep your business running smoothly, because Amazon couldn't really care less if you lose your inventory or not, and they're not going to notify you. The good news is, if Amazon does lose some of your inventory, they will reimburse you for the full price of your products. However, if you don't catch these mistakes, Amazon might assume it was an error, or it might be an error on your end and won't automatically pay you. This is why it's so important to keep a close eye on your shipments and address any issues promptly. Next, click on Contents at the top. This takes you to a page where Amazon verifies that all units have been received correctly. Ideally, it should say shipment received in full. No discrepancies found, which is exactly what we want to see. However, sometimes Amazon might say that they received an incomplete quantity of your units. This is where it's crucial to have documentation of how many products you shipped to the warehouse. Without proof, you won't get reimbursed by Amazon. So always make sure to document and keep records of your shipments to avoid any issues. You can monitor these issues by clicking on the Problems tab. This is where you would be notified of any shipment level problems like delays, box level problems, or like missing or damaged boxes, and product level problems. And this could be something like discrepancies in the number of products delivered, or if some of your actual products were damaged. Remember, patience and proper planning are really important. Don't wait until a week or two before your product launch to ship your products to the Amazon warehouse. It can take anywhere from a few days to a few weeks for your products to be processed and available for sale. So plan accordingly to avoid any last-minute problems. Even after your products have been delivered to the warehouse, it can sometimes take weeks before they are checked in and available for sale. Ship your products at least 3 weeks before you expect them to be checked in. In some cases, it can take as long as 6 weeks or 8 weeks. This is why it's really important to monitor your inventory levels closely. If you see that your inventory is starting to run low, send in a new shipment as soon as possible. Running out of inventory on Amazon can really affect your sales and your product's ranking. So stay ahead of the game is really key in being successful on Amazon. And that's another big mistake I see new sellers making. They run out of inventory on Amazon because they mistimed their shipments. Some think that they will have enough time for shipping item to be replenished if they are about to run out of inventory, because Amazon will probably prioritize them. Well, I'm telling you that unfortunately this isn't the case. Amazon doesn't rush or prioritize your products just because you're about to run out of inventory. It can still take up to 6 to 8 weeks for your products to come in and be available for sale. To avoid this, you need to stay vigilant and plan ahead. Always ensure you send and replenish items well before your stock runs low to maintain a steady flow of inventory and avoid any disruptions in sales. On top of that, be aware that during the holiday season, waiting times can be even longer. While 6 weeks is typically the maximum wait time between shipping your products to the warehouse and having them checked in, there will be occasional delays and it could take up to 8 weeks for your products to come in. Keep an eye on your inventory levels and be proactive about replenishing stock in advance, especially during peak seasons. This will help you avoid stockouts, ensuring your business runs smoothly even during the busiest time of the year. I also recommend sending in only half your inventory initially and then the other half a few days later. By creating 2 separate shipments, you mitigate the risk of losing all your inventory if one shipment encounters any issues. Under the shipment status, you will encounter various statuses that indicate the progress of your shipment. Amazon provides a list of these statuses, and it's important to familiarize yourself with them. Understanding these statuses will help you track your shipments more effectively and address any issues promptly. Keeping a close eye on the status of your shipment can help you act quickly if any problems arise, ensuring your inventory is always in stock and ready for customers. However, it's important to be aware that discrepancies can occur. If this happens, you can upload documents to show Amazon that you did send in all the units that you claim. But by providing sufficient evidence, Amazon will compensate you as if those missing units were sold on their platform. Keep meticulous track of all your receipts. Every receipt and every seemingly unimportant document should be stored safely. For example, if you're shipping an entire pallet of your product, you will need to access the individual shipment summary and print out the bill of lading. This document is really important. It is what you will hand to the truck driver when they arrive to pick up the pallet. It verifies they're collecting the correct shipment. Without all the necessary paperwork, you risk encountering issues and potentially being charged a fee. When the truck driver picks up the pallet, they will provide you with a receipt. If your units happen to get lost, you will need the receipt as proof that you did indeed send in the entire pallet. I actually have lost a box that was shipped to Amazon, and Amazon will not notify you of any discrepancies in shipments. And if you don't keep a close eye on your shipment and follow up with Amazon, they will not try to resolve the issue for you, and in some cases possibly reimburse for your loss. Another important point to remember is the information provided on the bill of lading regarding the truck company tasked with picking up your pallet. You should give the company a call the day before the scheduled pickup. If they're collecting from your residence, it is essential to inform them that it is a residential address. This ensures they send a smaller truck, avoiding potential complications in picking up your product. Additionally, if you lack a forklift at your location, you must request a truck equipped with a lift gate for easy loading and unloading. A lift gate is a gate attached to the back of the truck that can be raised and lowered. It is incredibly useful for loading pallets, especially if you don't have a forklift available. If you're sending inventory from your own warehouse, it is essential to check whether your warehouse has a loading dock or a forklift available. If not, you will need to arrange for a truck with a lift gate. Additionally, make sure to confirm the pickup time with your warehouse to ensure everything runs smoothly. If the truck is scheduled to pick up the products from your house, make sure that someone will be home to facilitate the pickup. On the other hand, if the pickup is from your manufacturer, coordinate with your manufacturer to ensure that someone will be available to assist in loading the products onto the truck. One more common mistake many new Amazon sellers make when sending in inventory is sending either too much or too little. If you're sending in an excessive amount of inventory, it can end up sitting in Amazon's warehouse, accumulating storage fees month after month, which is something that I encountered when I sent in my first product. It sat there for over 8 months and I started encountering stocking fees, which cost me a lot of money. Conversely, if you send in too little inventory, you risk running out of stock, leading to missed sales opportunities and the potential of disappointing your customers. This also can lead to various complications, including the potential of being blacklisted by Amazon or a decrease in your product's ranking. A lower ranking means reduced visibility and fewer sales opportunities. To avoid this, always aim to maintain a stock level equivalent to about 3 to 6 months of sales. As you approach the 2-month or 3-month mark, you should replenish your inventory. This storage helps you avoid stockouts while also sidestepping long-term storage fees. Therefore, it is crucial to strike the right balance and regularly monitor your inventory levels to avoid both overstocking and understocking issues. Additionally, Amazon imposes long-term storage fees, LTSF, which happened to me, on inventory that remains in their warehouse for more than 6 months. These fees can significantly add to your expenses over time. To avoid this risk, it's advisable to send in only about 6 months worth of inventory at a time. This ensures that you have enough stock to meet demand without accumulating excessive storage fees due to inventory sitting idle for extended periods. Now, it's not enough that you just list your products. You actually need to optimize your listing to achieve better visibility and sales. So here is how to create a proper product listing on Amazon. Simply head over to sell.amazon.com and sign up for your Amazon seller account. You will see these 3 lines. Click on it to open. In the menu, go to the catalog section and then select Add Products. If the product you want to list is already being sold on Amazon, you can type in the product name, UPC, EAN, ISBN or ASIN into the search bar. Amazon will pull up any existing listing that match your search. But if your product is unique or not currently being sold on Amazon, just below the search bar, click on I'm adding a product not sold on Amazon. This will allow you to create a completely new listing from scratch. Next step is choosing the right category for your product. It is very important, and here is how you can do it. There are a lot of categories to choose from appliances to baby products, beauty and personal care, books, electronics, and so much more. That's why it is important to select the one that really best fits your product. Start by browsing through the available categories and subcategories and pick the one seems most appropriate for your item. If you're unsure about the category, don't worry. You can use Amazon's search feature to look up your product. Amazon will provide category suggestions based on your search. Review these suggestions and choose the one that best matches your product. Still not sure of what your product should be categorized on? No problem. A handy trick is to find similar products that are already being sold on Amazon, check out their listing and see which categories they fall under. This can give you a good indication of where your product belongs. By carefully choosing the right category, you ensure that your product reaches the right audience, making it easier for customers to find it. So the first section on creating your product listing on Amazon is product identity. First up, you will need to specify if your product has variations. Variations could be different color sizes, flavors, or other attributes. If your product comes in variations, select yes and provide the details for each variation. And if not, you can simply select no. If you're interested in offering multiple variations of your product in the future, you can always go back to your listing and change this option. Next, you will need to enter an external product ID. You will choose from options like EAN, GTIN, UPC, or ASIN. The most common choice is the UPC, which stands for Universal Product Code. It is the barcode you see on products that get scanned at various retailers like Walmart, Target, and many other stores. If you don't have a UPC yet, you will need to visit gs1.org and purchase a barcode. Actually, before you had to buy a bundle of 10 barcodes for around $250, but now you have the option to buy just one for $30. It's really recommended to invest in a legitimate barcode rather than opting for cheaper alternatives. If you are thinking of doing a cheaper alternative, I recommend that you do not do that. You can just imagine the complications, all the headaches that could happen if you use unauthorized codes. So opening a $30 for an authentic barcode from gs1.org is a really wise decision. In some cases, your product may not require an external product ID. If that applies to you, check the box labeled I don't have a product ID. Next up is the item name. It is actually the title of your Amazon listing. and it's one of the most important parts of your product listing. Make sure it's clear, descriptive, and contains relative keywords to help your product be found by potential customers. When customers shop on Amazon, they typically start by searching for what they need. Amazon then displays products at the top of the search results that it believes are most relevant to that search. However, Amazon can only work with the information you provide. That's why crafting an effective title is really important. It's how you tell Amazon what your product is and which searches it should be associated with. So investing time and effort into creating a clear and compelling title can significantly impact your product's visibility and sales and your success on the platform. Just a quick tip to effectively make your product easily seen by customers is by incorporating relative search phrases into your title. By understanding what potential customers are searching for, you can tailor your title to include those keywords. This not only helps Amazon match your product to relevant searches, but also increases the likelihood of your product appearing at the top of the search results. So conducting keyword research to identify popular search phrases and integrating them strategically into your title can improve your product's visibility and attract more potential buyers. I will share with you a tip on how to conduct research on keywords you need to input into your title, so stay tuned. Your ultimate aim when selling on Amazon is to secure a good position at the top of the search results for the terms your potential customers are actively searching for. Amazon prioritizes products that it deems most relevant to a user's search, and those products typically receive the majority of sales. So optimizing your product listing to rank highly in search results is key to maximizing your sales potential on Amazon. Check out this graph I've got. It shows how sales change depending on where products rank in search results. See how the top product gets the bulk of the sales, followed by the second, third, and so on. It is not just linear progression with each setup. The ranking brings more sales power. So the higher your product climbs in those search results, the more sales you're going to get. Next up is the brand name. If your product doesn't have a brand name, you can check the box below that says this product does not have a brand name. However, if your product doesn't have a brand name, you will need to go through the brand registry process. This process ensures that you own the brand, and it involves filing for a trademark. This step is important to protect your brand and enhance your credibility on Amazon. Once you're done, just click Continue. Keep watching as we move on to the next steps in creating a successful product listing on Amazon. By the way, if you're new to my channel, my name is Kamil Jamaliye. I've been selling on Amazon for over a year now, and through my experience, I've learned a lot about creating effective product listings. Whether you are a newbie or looking to optimize your current listings, I've got some valuable tips and insights to share. If you're finding this information useful so far, be sure to like and subscribe to stay updated on future updates. The next section is vital info. First up, manufacturer. Here you can put almost whatever you want, whether it's your own brand name or your third-party manufacturer. Each unit count. Specify the number of units present in your product. For example, if it's 1 jar, simply input 1. Is the product expirable? Select yes or no. If your product is expirable, of course select yes, and you need to put the expiration date on your product. Country, region of origin. You must indicate the country of region where your product originates from. For instance, you might enter United States. Keep it simple by entering 1 for the unit count. Unit count type. This will be based on your product specifications. You can choose different units such as ounces, liters, depending on your product type. Next, does the product contain liquid? Select yes or no accordingly. Is the item heat sensitive? Indicate whether the item is sensitive to heat by selecting yes or no. Form factor. Choose the appropriate form factor for your product, such as standalone plastic or upholstered. Is package level orderable? This basically means, is this something that people can order? So remember, all this information strictly depends on the type of product you're planning to sell on Amazon. So when you're filing in the details, make sure you tailor everything according to your specific product. If you're feeling a bit puzzled and need more details, just click on the question mark symbol next to any of these items. That will give you all the extra information you need to clear up any confusion. Once you're done, just click on Save and Finish. Moving on to third section, which is Offer. First up is Contribution, SKU, or Stock Keeping Unit. This is a unique identifier for your product. You can create your own SKU or leave it blank, and Amazon will generate one for you. Next is your price. Pricing your product appropriately is key. Consider setting a price that's at least 3 times higher than it cost you. Also, a good tip is to reach competitive rates and aim for a premium price point that reflects the value of your product. As a buyer, there is a diverse range of behavior when it comes to purchasing decisions. Some people are drawn to the cheapest option available, while others prefer to purchase higher priced products, believing they offer better or premium quality. Then there are buyers who prioritize reviews and product quality over price. They're willing to pay a fair price for a product that meets their needs and has positive feedback from other buyers. Understanding these different buyer preferences can help you in your pricing strategy and marketing efforts. Next is quantity. Specify the quantity of products you have available for sale. This is relevant for merchant fulfilling listing. I'll be talking about this in just a second. Offer condition type. Choose the appropriate condition type for your product, such as new, used, rental, renewed, or refurbished. For most listings, new is the standard condition. Now onto the fulfillment channel. Decide how you want to fulfill your orders. There are actually 2 options. When you opt for merchant fulfilled, commonly referred to as FBM, fulfilled by merchant, it means you're taking on the responsibility of fulfilling orders yourself. Here is how it works. Whenever you receive an order on Amazon, you will receive a notification. Then you're gonna need to print out the shipping label, carefully package your product, affix the label, and ship it out to the customer. While this method offers more control, it also requires more time and effort on your part. That's why, to be honest, I don't really recommend this approach. Alternatively, there is the FBA or Fulfilled by Amazon option, which I typically recommend. With FBA, you send a certain number of product units to an Amazon warehouse. Then, when an order comes in, Amazon takes care of everything. They pick, pack, and ship the item to the customer on your behalf. This option not only saves you a significant amount of time, but also money, because Amazon offers lower fulfillment rates compared to other shipping options. Moreover, option for FBA can give your sales a significant boost, because when you choose this option, a little Prime badge is added to your product listing. This badge means that all Prime members can enjoy a fast and free shipping, making your product more attractive to potential buyers. For your information, Prime customers hold significant purchasing power, and Amazon prioritizes Prime-eligible products by placing them at the top of search results, which can lead to more sales. With over 150 million Prime members in the United States alone, the demand for Prime-eligible products is really a thing. Therefore, if you're aiming to establish a passive income source through Amazon, choosing FBA is highly recommended. Now let's move on to the images section. In my opinion, the product images and bullet points are the most crucial part of your listing. When someone searches for a product, the first thing they see are the main images, the title and the price, and the number of reviews. The main image is probably the most important element though. If you can capture people's attention with your main image, they're much more likely to click on your product. And once they click, they're more likely to make a purchase. So it's essential to have the perfect main image. To achieve this, make sure your main image stands out in the search results and accurately represents what people are searching for. Focus on the text, color, and overall design of your product. The goal is to make your product visually appealing that catches buyers' attention. For the main image, you will want to showcase your product packaging clearly. To upload your main image, click on the Upload button and select the desired image. Make sure there is minimal white space around your product so it appears larger in the search results. Besides your main images, you can also upload up to 8 more images. However, if you are thinking of including a video with your images, Amazon will allow you to insert a video only if you have 6 images or less. Make use of this feature as Amazon buyers can't physically inspect your product. These images are their only way to understand what it's like to own your product. Use this to highlight different angles, features, and benefits of your product to convince buyers to choose your product over the competition. For additional images, consider using a graph or chart to demonstrate how your product outperforms competitors. Keep in mind that Amazon has specific image guidelines. Your main image must have a white background and should be at least 1000 by 1000 pixels. The preferred image format is JPEG, but TIFF or GIF files are also acceptable. Once you've uploaded your main image and additional images, move on to the description section to add bullet points for your product. Bullet points are important for persuading customers to buy your product. They also provide an opportunity to include keywords that people search for on Amazon. Just as with the title, incorporating relevant keywords in your bullet points can improve your product's ranking in search results. Make your bullet points clear, concise, and packed with valuable information that highlights the key features and benefits of your product. It is important to know how to create the perfect optimized title and bullet points for your listing. Remember, Amazon is just like a search engine. The thing is, you're gonna want your product to be shown on those search results, so maximize the opportunity to use appropriate keywords for your product. First, you need to identify the phrases people are searching for on Amazon that matches your product. Think about words or phrases that when searched would make someone see your product and would want to buy it. Then include these keywords in your title and bullet points to improve your product's visibility. Here's a tip on how to identify the words people are searching for and determine which of these phrases to include in your title and bullet points. The tool you're gonna need for this process is Helium 10. If you're selling a product on Amazon, Helium 10 can help you discover the best search terms and keywords to target. By using Helium 10, you can optimize your title and bullet points, making your product more visible in search results and ultimately boosting your sales. Check out the link in the description for a discount code to get started with Helium 10. Once you've signed up for Helium 10, you will have access to 2 powerful tools that will help you not only identify the best keywords to target, there is also the Magnet and Cerebro tool. To use Magnet, simply type in the terms you think people might use to search for your product on Amazon. Helium 10 will then show you how many people search for these terms each month. These keywords are exactly what you want to include in your title and bullet points to maximize your product's visibility and sales. By using these, you can optimize your listing and attract more potential buyers. A huge mistake that new sellers often make when writing their bullet points is failing to highlight the benefit of their product. It is not enough to just list features. You need to clearly explain how those features would benefit the buyer. By focusing on the advantages your product offers, you can better persuade potential buyers and increase your chances of making a sale. Once you have your bullet points ready, paste them in here and click Add More to input the next bullet point. Just repeat this process for all 5 bullet points. After completing your bullet points, Amazon will ask if there is any mandatory cautionary statements applicable to your product. Review the provided example to see if any apply. If none do, click No Warning Applicable before clicking Save and Finish. This ensures that your product listing is complete and compliant with Amazon's guidelines. But wait, before clicking on Save and Finish, there are actually more hidden options available. To access these, click on All Attributes. You don't actually have to fill out all the attributes, but there is actually some tricks here to make your product more visible. One of these is the product description. Although it is optional, it is another opportunity for you to convince people why they should purchase your product. This description can provide additional context and persuasion for potential buyers. So make it count and you will find your listing will convert more sales. You can also take advantage of the adding a sale price for your product. Another important hidden feature is offer start date. You should be careful on choosing when your product will be available for sale. If you're planning to sell a product in the future, avoid releasing it too soon. Without selecting an offer start date, your product becomes available for sale as soon as your listing is approved. This is not good because you want to maximize your sales from day one on Amazon. This can give the impression that your product has no sales history when it first becomes available, potentially affecting its perceived popularity and sales performance, affecting the Amazon algorithms, unfortunately, putting you down the list in the search results. Next, the keyword section is also a hidden feature that many overlook. By adding keywords here, you are telling Amazon precisely which search results are relevant to your product. And when it comes to identifying the right keywords, as I mentioned before, Helium 10 is your go-to tool. It helps you pinpoint the keywords you should be targeting. And as a result, your product stands a much better chance of attracting more sales and popping up at more search results. So don't underestimate the power of keywords and the value of Helium 10. Helium 10 can maximize your product's success on Amazon. Another thing to keep in mind when selling on Amazon is building up your audience. Remember that promotions and basically generating excitement to your potential buyers is very important because you want to ensure that when you launch your product, you get as many sales as possible on the first day. By using promotions for your product before its launch, you can attract more attention and increase the likelihood of a successful launch. So now you've set up your Amazon business, you've set up your listing, you've shipped your product to the Amazon warehouse, and you want to get sales on day one. So there are actually 10 techniques and strategies you can use to make sure you have a successful launch for your Amazon FBA product. With these techniques, you will be seeing boosts in your sales even from day one. So make sure to watch these and take note. Technique number 1 is social media. Many people underestimate the power of social media, but it's one of the easiest ways to build an audience for your product before launching it on Amazon. Through social media, you can put interest and anticipation to your potential buyers, which can actually lead to more sales on Amazon. There are a variety of social media platforms available, including Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok. You could do it on a podcast, and many more. Each platform offers unique opportunities to reach and engage with potential customers. Nowadays, I find TikTok to be incredibly powerful for gaining views and promoting your product. It has a user-friendly interface and viral potential, making it an excellent platform for marketing. If you're going to use TikTok, I would also suggest Instagram. You can share videos as Instagram Reels, which are still performing exceptionally well, and you could use the similar videos that you're using in TikTok to post them on Instagram. Additionally, Facebook offers the option to post videos, so you can just really start sharing the same videos on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Alternatively, if you prefer, you can explore platforms like YouTube for video content or even podcasting. Choose the platform that aligns best with your preference and your target audience, depending on what your product is. Technique number 2 is an email list. Building an email list is crucial. Once you start attracting a lot of viewers on your platform, whichever social media platform, you should encourage them to join an email list as well. This email list serves as a wait list for your product. You can do this by adding a link to your Instagram bio, TikTok bio, or including links in the description of your YouTube videos. For podcasts, you can do the same thing. Simply inform your audience about the link to join the email list, starting about a month, 2 months, or even 3 months before your product is about to launch. You will engage with your audience by sending out emails, letting them know that your product is coming. It's the same thing with promoting movies. They hype them up months before the actual release date. And you could do the same thing with your product. You can hype it up, create an email list, and release or send emails to all your followers and all the people who show interest on the day of the launch or even before that, so people are ready to buy. On the day of your Amazon product launch, you will send out an email informing them that the product is now out, along with a direct link for easy purchase. You could also provide coupons for those who subscribe early to get your product at a discount. Another tip on how you can entice people to join your email list is that you can tell them if they subscribe, you will be providing free samples of some sort. It could be a cheaper sort of your product or maybe a smaller sample of your product that you can offer for free for those who subscribe to your email list. And you can use that on your launch day to tell them that your product is going to be launched and they can buy the product on your Amazon listing. This can significantly increase the number of subscribers to your email list. Technique number 3 is the Facebook group. Surprisingly, this technique is often overlooked. Yet it's incredibly powerful. You invite individuals who are interested in purchasing your product to join a Facebook group before you even launch it on Amazon. In this group, you engage with them, ask them questions, and build excitement around your upcoming product. Then when you finally launch your product on Amazon, you announce it in the Facebook group. Your members will rush to Amazon and make a purchase. As Amazon sees these sales coming in, they will boost your product to the top of the search results. Additionally, within this group, you can engage with members, seek their opinions and feedback, and even incorporate their suggestions to refine your product, ultimately leading to a better offering that satisfies your target audience. One great thing is that a Facebook group fosters a sense of community and interaction among members, which is far more dynamic than an email list. In a group setting, individuals can engage with each other. They can share excitement about the product or share stories and see that there are others who share their enthusiasm. This creates a powerful sense of belonging and anticipation, driving further engagement and ultimately leading to more successful product launches. Technique number 4 are influencers. In today's digital age, influencers hold a significant role over consumer behavior due to their large and engaged social media following. If you don't want to create your own social media presence from scratch, collaborating with influencers can be a game changer for your product launch. But how do you find the right influencers? Start by exploring platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok within your niche or field. Look for individuals with a good number of followers who align with your product's target audience. Reach out to them via direct messages and propose sending them a free product in exchange for a promotion or video review. Many influencers are open to partnership, especially if your product resonates with their audience and fits seamlessly into their content and maybe their lifestyle. Maybe they can show a personal interest in that product. And here is a tip when it comes to influencer marketing. Aiming for individuals with followers ranging from 5 to 10,000 is a good option, especially if you're on a tight budget. These micro-influencers often have a dedicated and engaged audience, and they're a bit more enthusiastic to work with small-time brand owners because they have a small following and they want to grow it. Yet they're still growing their presence, making them more likely to collaborate with a lower monetary budget. Of course, there are instances where investing in influencers with large audiences can yield in big returns. Using what we like to call spotlight marketing can also be a game changer when it comes to connecting with influencers. One effective tactic is to create a podcast and invite these influencers to be guests. By providing them with a platform to share their expertise and insights, you can guide genuine relationships with these individuals. As a result, they are far more inclined to promote your product willingly, especially if they have a personal connection with you through your podcast. Technique number 5 is Amazon Live. This is one of the latest and most effective strategies for product launches on Amazon. Amazon Live allows sellers to connect with their audience through live streaming, showcasing their products in real time. As viewers tune in to the live stream, they can witness firsthand the features and benefits of the products being discussed in the live stream. With a simple click, viewers can directly purchase the showcased item, making the buying process seamless and engaging. This level of convenience and intimacy makes Amazon Live a highly effective marketing strategy for product launches. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe so you won't miss a future upload in my channel that will help you achieve success in your Amazon business. Now on to technique number 6. One of the best tools to discover influencers for promoting your product is rebate. It makes the influencer discovery process much easier than you would think. This makes it incredibly convenient to discover Amazon Live influencers who can effectively promote your product. This is not only applicable to Amazon Live, but with YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms as well. Technique number 7, generate sales and reviews. You should initiate giveaways, actively seek out buyers, and encourage them to leave glowing 5-star reviews. Use various tactics to drive sales and gain reviews for your product. Actually, you can personally go to any place you usually go, and such as bars, pubs, and coffee shops, and start conversations with people and offer your product for free in exchange for a 5-star review. You could reimburse the purchase via PayPal or Venmo, ensuring the buyer's commitment to leaving a positive review. Another common practice, which is actually against Amazon's terms of service, is asking for reviews from friends or family members. While this can be risky and may result in account suspension if not done cautiously, some sellers still do this method. You must ensure that anyone leaving a review has never shared an internet connection with you, meaning they've never accessed their Amazon buyer account on the same network as your Amazon seller account. This practice, while technically prohibited, is still being done among sellers seeking to boost their product's credibility. The most effective strategy is to have your friends or acquaintances search for specific keywords you're targeting on Amazon and then purchase your product. When Amazon sees a surge in sales and positive reviews for your product in response to a particular search term, it is more likely to rank your product higher in the search results for that specific keyword. This approach signals to Amazon that your product is highly relevant and desirable to customers who are searching for that particular item, increasing its visibility and chances of attracting more organic sales. You should be creative in making ways to encourage people to buy your product. But always remember that you need to put in mind Amazon's terms of service. Some strategies and methods are technically against the rules, so you must always proceed with caution, because there is still a risk of account suspension or other penalties. So if you choose to use strategies, do so at your own risk and be prepared to face the potential consequences. However, if you do this process cautiously and perfectly, you can gain some reviews and some purchases that will increase your ranking. So do it cautiously. Technique number 8 is Amazon PPC. Many sellers immediately turn to Amazon PPC, or pay per click, when launching their product to generate sales. With Amazon PPC, you simply pay Amazon each time someone clicks on your ad. The benefit, you can immediately elevate your product to the top of the search results for your desired keywords. However, you have to make sure you have a good image, title, and a few reviews that people can see, especially in the beginning, so you can sell. Technique number 9 is Internet Marketing Principle. Now let's talk about what I believe is the most important part of this video. The 6 principles of influence. These principles are derived from Robert Cialdini's book Influence, where he extensively studies the dynamics of motivation and influence. Principle 1, reciprocity. It is actually in our human nature to reciprocate if someone shows kindness to us. Using this principle in your product launch strategy is key. Think of what gestures of goodwill you can extend to your customers. Even small acts of generosity can create a sense of reciprocity and encourage them to support your product. Just an example on how you can apply this principle. You can extend kindness to your influencers by inviting them to your podcast or giving them your product for free, and in exchange, they will agree to promote your product on their platforms. However, it is important to use this principle ethically and responsibly. Make sure that your intentions are genuine and come from a place of goodwill. Principle 2 is scarcity. Humans are naturally drawn to scarcity. We desire what is limited or hard to obtain. Just like that, humans desire for gold. It's valuable because it's scarce. By applying this principle to your Amazon product launch, you can create a sense of urgency by offering a limited quantity at a discounted rate. For example, announcing that only 100 units are available at a reduced price. And once they're sold out, the principle will revert to normal. Principle 3 is authority. Humans tend to follow the guidance of authority figures. When someone perceived as an expert or an influencer recommends a product, people are more inclined to trust and act upon that recommendation. Through this principle, consider engaging influencers or experts within your niche to endorse your product. Their endorsement can influence potential buyers' decisions. Principle 4 is consistency. Humans tend to act in alignment with their past behavior and commitments. Once people make a public or written commitment, they feel a sense of obligation to maintain consistency with that commitment. To use this principle, encourage potential buyers to engage in actions that align with purchasing behavior. For example, by encouraging active participation in a Facebook group related to your product, they will be more likely to feel committed to purchase your product upon its release because they seek to maintain consistency with their previous engagement in the group. Principle 5 is liking. People are more inclined to buy from those they like and feel a connection with. To use this principle, establish a genuine connection with your audience. Introduce yourself through various channels such as social media, email lists, and even on your Amazon page with an About Us video. You can enhance the likability factor by humanizing your brand. Principle 6, consensus. It is also known as social proof. This principle suggests that humans are more inclined to like something if they see others enjoying it. Utilizing this by having influencers endorse your product and encouraging members of your Facebook group or email list to share positive experiences with your product. These real-life testimonials and stories from satisfied customers can further reinforce the consensus, making your product more appealing to potential buyers. This also applies to your reviews on your product listings. Using all 6 principles of influence into your product launch can improve your chances of success on Amazon. By using reciprocity, scarcity, authority, consistency, liking, and consensus, you create a good impact for your product that resonates with potential buyers, ultimately boosting your sales on the day of your product launch. Now, last but definitely not least, technique number 10, and that's the 80-20 rule. If you could only do a few of these things, what are the most powerful things? Here are actually the most important things. 1 is social media engagement. Whether through influencers or direct engagement, establishing a strong presence on social media is really important. This allows you to reach a wider audience and build excitement around your product. Number 2 is email list building. Building an email list enables direct communication with potential customers. By nurturing this list and providing valuable updates, you can keep your audience engaged and informed leading up to your product launch. 3 is creating scarcity. Introducing scarcity into your product launch strategy can significantly increase demand. This can be achieved by limiting the availability of your product or offering a time-sensitive discounts leading to an early purchase. Launching a product on Amazon is an exciting journey filled with opportunities for success. By implementing these techniques, you are equipped to navigate the complexities of Amazon FBA and achieve remarkable results. Now that you've learned everything you need to know, remember that nothing happens until you take action. Your journey to success starts with those first first steps. So take action now and don't delay it. Turn your dreams into reality. Achieve success, and don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. I hope you found this video very valuable. I've put in a lot of effort and energy to share all this information with you. I want you to stay passionate and keep hustling, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.